Alrighty guys, welcome back. Here we are just about to jump in towards the third place final for today's Go4WoT Asia Cup number 14. Here we are. This match is between IMT the Immortals and Team PH, of course. So let's go ahead and take a look at what the tank picks are as we get in towards it. So first up, the Immortals. They are picking two IS3s, and we are of course playing this one on Lakeville. Next up, we've got two IS3s picked there for Team PH. What else? Unreal Rogue on the Immortals, of course. We've got Team PH picked one T37 and an AMX 5100. Then we've got a T32 and an AMX 5100 picked for the Immortals there. So nothing too crazy. And there we go. And again, I'm not convinced with this pick. The 112 is the pick there for Team PH, and really I just don't see it. I just don't really, I don't know. I mean, it's got a decent gun. That's, you know, it's got a decent gun, but really, is that enough of a reason to I don't know. And of course, I mean, even though its gun does have a decent alpha damage, you know, it doesn't have that great penetration. Its dispersion is quite large as well. So really, there's not any real reason to pick it. To be honest, got decent turret armor. That's about it. But yeah, that's a little bit confusing why they pick it, to be honest. So, But anyways, next couple of tank picks that we have got. Let's take a look at those ones. So we've got a IS3 and a T54 lightweight coming in from the Immortals. Next up, Team PH picking an IS3, and the last pick for the Immortals is a T37. So overall, fairly standard lineups, apart from that 112 that Team PH are going with. We'll let everyone know that we are ready to go. Alrighty, and everyone else is looking ready. So that's the good news. And I think right now, just judging off those picks, I'm really liking the Immortals lineup just a little bit more. I mean, a little bit more standard, of course. It doesn't have the 112, but they've got a nice mix. I mean, they've got a couple of those IS3s. They've got, I think, one T32 is kind of like the right number to have. If you have too many T32s, then it's, you know, you can kind of ignore them a little bit more. They've got the one AMX 5100 in there, the one T54 lightweight, so they do have just that tiny bit of mobility on their lineup. We'll have to wait and see how it plays out now as we load in towards the game here on Lakeville. So, this is of course best of three, and if we do get this one going out to a third match, then the third map will be on Ghost Town for the tiebreaker. So 20 seconds left on the clock. I'm going to be rolling out with the guys from Immortals, and they're looking pretty snazzy, most of them with their tags before, and some of them with their tags after their names as well. So let's take a look as we get the rollout happening. In fact, let's roll through the Immortals lineup. Here we've got Blackheart in the AMX 5100, C5M in his IS3. We've got Hades 25 in his IS3, Reaper in another IS3. The T32 of the Immortals is being driven by Zeus, who's heading up north early on. We've got the Kitten in that T54 lightweight, and last but not least for the Immortals, Unreal Rogue in the T37. On the other side though, we can see Kino in that 112. We've got Hard Shelled in the AMX 5100. Relax Agent in his IS3 as his Baby Jelly, Jeff Hippon and Ulap. And already some shots fired as Redmon 918, just sitting back and scouting in that T37. So, as both teams just heading towards this fairly standard locations that we're used to seeing teams head towards here, just doing battle in the town. We're going to be seeing some of these IS-3s here for Team PH actually pushing up, getting some shots across. That's actually going to be Reaper taking a hit there. I'm not too sure how that hit, but must have been a very, very nice shot coming out from one of these Team PH IS-3s there. So, right now, looks like we're going to be getting these guys heading straight towards them. Oh no, that's not good. We've got Relax Agent there poking around the corner and he pays for it. Oh no, he was just bumped by his team member. Might have caused him to miss that shot. That is not good news for Relax Agent. He's going to get dropped down to 271 HP, forced to duck behind some cover there, as the rest of his teammates as well are getting starting to get peppered by shots from the Immortals right here. And we can see Yulap, he's been dropped down to 72% HP. Hades 25 though, in a little bit of trouble himself, dropped down to 47. C5M gets the first kill of the match, taking down Relax Agent's IS-3. As it's all happening here in the town. The first 2 kills go over to the Immortals right now though. As we take a look from the bird's eye view, we can see it is an absolute melee going down here in the town. Reaper in his IS-3 dropped down to 47%, as is Blackheart in Blackheart's AMX 5100. That 112 though, one shot away from death. That's going to come in from the kitten there, taking down Kinu. And Hades has to be very, very careful, as does Reaper there. Who's going to get this last shot between these two IS-3s? It's going to be Unreal Rogue finishing off Jeff Hippon there. And it is looking very, very good for the Immortals. They have not lost a single tank just yet. Might be just about to lose Hades if they're not careful. But oh no, that IS-3 Baby Jelly is on fire. Manages to put that out, but he's one shot from death right there. Goes down to C5M, and that's it. With the Immortals only losing their T37 light tank in that battle. So there we go. Immortals, they are going to be happy about that one. Taking a look at the scoreboard there, we've got C5M right up the top. 2.7 thousand damage. Reaper just underneath him with over 2k damage as well. So looking good. And I've also got on the other side, I mean, Jeff Hippon in that IS-3 did a lot of damage, but sadly wasn't able to get any kills. And Relax Agent there in his IS-3, that was a bit of a misplay there. It's got to be said. Just kind of rolling out into the middle of the street without poking first, and that's why he dealt 0 damage. So it's time to get in towards this second map here. And, oh, okay, so it's looking like we have got a DC. Yeah, I see. That is not good news. Hopefully, though, we get both of those. Well, no, there's only one that's DC hard shelled. Hopefully, we get hard shelled back into action there for Team PH. So he can head back into the battle. As right now, it's looking like we are just going to be playing the waiting game. But yeah, just touching on that last game a little bit there. I'm not really sure why the defenders, why Team PH felt the need to push out in towards that town and effectively throw themselves into the line of fire of the Immortals. You know, the Immortals, they were the ones that got most of those initial shots off. You know, particularly onto Relax Agent's IS-3 that went straight into the middle of the street. So really this time I'd like to see the defenders, although we are of course swapping over the attackers and defenders, so the Immortals are going to be on the defense this time, and I'm definitely not expecting them to play that sort of a kind of aggressive pushing defense like we just saw Team PH play, because I just do not think it works. So yes. Alrighty, so it looks like we might be waiting for up to 5 minutes. So what we might just do, instead of me rambling on about nothing for 5 minutes, is jump off to a short little break and come back right after this once either Team PH has got their 7th member on, or once we get the half started anyway. So guys, don't go anywhere right after this Game 2 between Team PH and the Immortals coming up. Okay, here we are guys, we are back in action right now, all ready to go, and we've got the tank picks underway as well, so let's go ahead and run through those. It's looking fairly similar to last time, in fact very similar to last time, and I'm not even sure if we've got a single change from both of these teams' lineups. It's looking like Team PH still rolling with that 112, and we've got fairly standard looking lineup coming out of IMT there as well. They've got 3 IS3s, an AMX 5100, a T32, a T54 lightweight, and a T37. So, loading in towards this one. Of course, this time we are going to be seeing the Immortals here on the defense. I was about to say defense. So, it's going to be up to them to split up, to spread out, and decide how they want to play it. I'll probably be expecting Unreal Rogue in that T37 to head up that middle area there, that 4 line, the ridge on the middle of the lake. Be interesting to see where they send Kitten as well. Could be over towards the 1 flag, could just, you know, help out in the kind of city defense. Alternately, we could again see Kitten head up that 4 line. So I'll be very interested to see what comes out of it. Right now, though, the Immortals are rolling out. Oh, look at this. This is interesting. Very interesting. We're not actually seeing... Okay. We are not seeing what looks to be a town defense here coming out of the Immortals. So instead, they're just going to be sitting way back and going for a bit more of a neutral defense up there, which yeah, I actually don't mind that. I think that could definitely potentially work out for them. Of course, that's one of the things when you pick a team of heavy tanks, like obviously Team PH has done here, and heavy tanks very popular here on Lakeville. is that these teams, they can afford to sit a little bit back in some spread out positions, because by the time that one of the opposing team is spotted out, then they're going to have so much time to rotate that it should actually be fine. So right now, let's take a look where these guys are going. We've got Redmond here. He's in a bit of a slope at the moment, so he's playing it safe there in the middle of the map. And we are going to be seeing a 2-line push right here. This is going to be interesting to see how this turns out for Team PH. They are definitely going to be committing to it, and I wonder if IMT are going to be suspecting it now that they haven't actually seen anything. They have got the kitten here in a very nice spot, of course, just waiting for anyone to poke over that hill. Question is, who is going to poke first? Let's have a look. In fact, let's jump into free cam mode as well. As we see, it's looking like do they have a... No, yeah, that's the issue. Team PH, if they had a T-32, then the T-32 would be the perfect tank to poke over the hill, just with the turret. But it's looking like it's probably going to be an IS-3 instead, so... As they are very, very slowly heading up towards there, it's looking like... There we go. Okay, so the kitten has spotted them out there, gets the first shot going, and it's going to be all hands on deck here for the Immortals. And let's take a look. Will they rotate? Yes, immediately, just like that. You can tell the call over comms has been made for the Immortals to rotate. They're all heading straight towards that one flag there, and by the time Team PH get on there, they should be in kind of just about all right positions to defend it from, unless they get caught out. No, it's looking like they should be all right, I think. They've got 3 heavies coming over here, so yeah, it's looking all right for them. So there we go. Got those heavies just heading up there, as the Immortals have got, sorry, Team PH have got all of their tanks up that little kind of ridge line there, all of their heavies, and starting to get a couple of shots across. That AMX 5100, though, we can see already has about 300 hit points of damage applied to him. So another IS-3 there as well, not looking too flash, but that is going to be one of the Team PH guys starting to actually enact the cap. It's going to be Jeff Hippon here. So Jeff Hippon's definitely going to be the focus of the Immortals whenever they decide to try and break this attack on towards the one flag. Now, interestingly enough, we're seeing right here the kitten is going the long way, so he's going to be trying to go right around to help stop those heavy tanks from behind, which I'm not too sure how well that's going to work out. It's going to take quite an amount of time, although with only one tank in the cap zone right here, the Immortals do have lots of time to play with. So, and of course those T-54 lightweights, very speedy tank right there. So we're just seeing some more shots fired across. Both of these teams just trying to trade it out. I don't think we're seeing much damage actually applied though. Oh, as I said, there we go. There's a hit from one IS-3 onto another. Oh, Hades gets it. Over 800 damage are applied to Hades 25 in his IS-3, but we do see the cap reset there, so good news for the Immortals. They've got more time to play with as we're getting the kitten there. Oh, there we go. Excellent positioning there from the kitten, able to get some shots across from the top, and that's going to be the T-32 of Zeus destroying Redmond 918. And whilst that is only a T-37, that is a little bit of cap pressure that Team PH have lost, as the first tank of the battle goes down. The second might be following in short suit right here, as we see an IS-3 of Team PH getting dropped down to 295 HP. That's going to be a shot ricocheted on his frontal turret armor though. One more shot, or maybe two, will definitely be enough to finish him there. Oh, that one's going to miss, as we see the kitten there. A little bit of pressure being put on towards him, as this is just not looking like a great situation for Team PH to be in right here. They're kind of getting closed out between a rock and a hard place. As the kitten takes down hard shelled, they've suddenly just lost an IS-3 and an AMX 5100 there on the Team PH lineup. That's a lot of firepower down And the rest of their tanks, well, some of their tanks are not looking too healthy. There we go, ULAP goes down. We've also got Relax Agent there on 7 HP. One more shot will be enough to finish him off. That's going to come in from the kitten. Keanu in the 112 there. Going to be focused up next. Ammo storage is hit as well. Needs to... Oh no, and he can't repair it. He already repaired the right track. So this is all over. IMT, the Immortals here, going to be able to take this one out fairly easily, it's got to be said. As Jeff Yukon does manage to take down one, but goes down right after that. Going to be 2 more shots. Unreal Rogue probably going to finish him off. No, that's going to be Blackheart. Yes, it is going to be Unreal Rogue. Finishing off Keanu for the win there, and that's going to mean that the Immortals are our 3rd place champions for today. 3rd place achievers, let's say, for today in today's ESL Asia Go4WoT Cup number 14 there. And taking a look at the battle results, we've got up the top the kitten there, T54 lightweight, came in from the rear, did a lot of damage, 2.1k damage, Zeus with 2k damage, the Reaper 1.6k, so looking pretty good there overall. And the GG's coming out in chat as well. GG. So guys, that's going to mean that next up we've got the main event, the grand final right here for the ESL Asia Go4WoT Cup number 14. Do not go anywhere.